Okay, it's that time. It's that time of the year, ladies and gentlemen. It's the end of the year list week. Okay, we're gonna be releasing a whole bunch of content covering music, primarily around Afrobeats, because that's what this channel is about. And we're gonna be covering the best of the year in terms of at least just songs. We're gonna be doing that for albums as well, and I'm gonna do my top 10 artists as well at the end of the year. Nonetheless, this year's list was chaotic as ever. Okay, in terms of short listing it down to my 50, it was obviously difficult. A lot of difficult decisions being had to be made here, but nonetheless, I'm proud of this list. And if there's anything to say or one thing to notice at the end of this list is that most of my preference lean towards a lot of what commercially did well this year. That necessarily isn't the case every year, especially last year. Not everything was based off of commercial success or large cultural impact. My list is, again, it's my list. It's completely preferential, and it's still based on what resonated with me. So if you are definitely going to fight, you're definitely going to, like, that one is standard. You have something to protest about, but nonetheless, I would love for you guys to leave me your top 5 of the year as well. Top 5 songs that resonated with you. Leave it in the comment section. Start typing it down as we're about to go into this list. Okay, now with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. My top 50 this year, starting at number 50. Okay, Azanti with Laton. Honestly, this was a brilliant moment from Azanti, a fresh and new artist coming out of the Apex Village scene. You know, I got the privilege of interviewing him on my Soaking Gary Witt's series, but Laton was a song that stood out of his self-titled EP, Azanti. It has a very raunchy feel to it, very playful, nice sort of bounce to it. Azanti with those really crisp R&B vocals. Very playful record. Laton, very raunchy, very dead. Like, for this young boy, like, it was very dirty, and it was an enjoyable moment, man. You know the way, oh yeah. Baby, this your body give me ginger. It'll make me pop like Mirinda. At number 49, ladies and gentlemen, Vector, M.I. Baga, Feels with Crown of Clay. Now, this song was a huge moment for Nigerian hip hop, seeing two of the finest artists that had just come out of a long and stretched beef that had so much around it, and then they came back and joined forces and created a moment that was kind of like an ode, or kind of like a stamp of anti-colonial sentiments, and I just love the message behind it, and very strong Vector verse. I think Vector killed it. An okay moment with Feels on the hook, but the production was definitely A1, and I definitely enjoyed it. Crown of Clay, Vector, M.I. Baga at number 49. At number 48, ladies and gentlemen, Bling. Okay, Black Bones, Amare, Buju. This was to to build the buzz around Black Bones' Sex Over Love album. This album was just luxury on top luxury. It's in the sentiments, it's in the feel of the song. Very soothing bounce. One of the finest moments from Buju. Great moment as well for Amare as well. And Black Bones definitely owning the record and being on the hook as well, and just taking charge on the record. I definitely enjoyed this one from Black Bones. At number 47, I have Running. Ladipo and Fireboy came together to make a song that was very relatable and connected to a lot of people's journeys in terms of chasing their dreams and passions as they go on the day-to-day life. You know what I mean? They're just running on vibes. I definitely love the record. Strong moment from Fireboy, and of course eloquent verses with Ladipo, and I was here for it, man. At 47. At number 46, I had Ojuju by Oxlade. Okay, Oxlade, this was the dope bass moment from his EP. And this song just stood out. Very, very infectious melody. You're just singing along to it. I dey fear, oh juju, I dey fear. I dey fear, fear, fear. Like, you're just going to be singing the song, man. It was so infectious. Cool Blonde produced it. Great, great record. At number 45, I have Burna Boy with Kilometer. Now, this was a song that as soon as it hit, man, this was a great, great high energy. Like, let's get running. Like, I want to keep running type energy. Burna Boy with a very fine delivery, but you notice that this song is ranking quite low on my list because it didn't really definitely have that much shelf life for me. Nonetheless, it was still an okay Burna moment. I definitely enjoyed the record. At number 44, I have Smiley For You. Okay, now Smiley is an artist that not many people might be privy of. He's also a producer. For context, he produced New Rhythm by YC, but as a singer he has a similar texture vocally to like say Ruga or Victoni. Very, very tiny, very airy vocals, but the hook on this record, my guy, is so infectious. It's so soothing, so relaxing. The keys, the pace of the record gives you that very soulful element to it. I definitely launched it. Very raunchy, very romantic and intimate record. I definitely enjoyed this one. For You by Smiley. At 43, I have Peruzzi and Don Baba J with Fino with Baddest. This was a strong moment off of Rum and Boogie. If you haven't seen my review, this was one of the very few songs this year that actually got me off my seat to guys start dancing, man. This took me back. This took me to an Eastern highlight feel. Don Jazzy on the chorus just being Don Jazzy strong, infectious delivery, like, you know, with those strong Don Jazzy deliveries when he's singing his heart out. And I definitely loved the Fino with a fine verse as well, man. And Peruzzi just bodying the record. This was definitely a strong moment. And at number 42, ladies and gentlemen, I have Wani with Grown Girl. This was the intro off of his Lagos City Vice 2 project. Wani, where can I start, man? This is one of those toxic moments, you know what I mean? Others, you know what I mean? These future inspired moments that you can see the guy be so assertive on the record. You know what I mean? Fuck me on the first damn night, you're a grown ass girl. Like, you can't get more future than that, bro. But I definitely love the vibe on this one. Very soothing dancehall vibe. Of course, that signature and unique delivery from Wani. And I definitely vibe to the song, and I rinsed it too much, man. Next up at 41, we have Soundgasm with Rema. Rema didn't show up too much this year, but this was definitely his finest moment. Okay, we're not going to speak about other moments that were treacherous, but but nonetheless, I definitely enjoyed Rema on this record. Soundgasm was so raunchy, so dirty, but the texture of his voice in different moments, the inflections he went with, man, like, this was a fantastic record that you can't, not many people can achieve what Rema did here, and this was a fantastic record. Definitely one of the finest moments this year. At number 40, I have Tenny and Davido with For You. This was the opener for her debut album, Wonderland, and Davido going back and forth with her on the hook. It was so wholesome to see this two on the song, especially the video to capture that element. I mean, I would go anything, I would go through any mile in the world to provide for you, and it was such a romantic moment, and I love both their deliveries. Strong Afrobeat moment here from Tenny and Davido. At number 39 is Rhea Sean with Underwater off of a Fluid EP. Now, this is a song. This song got me, bro. As soon as I heard the song, there are many records to pick out from that EP, don't get me wrong, but this one stood out. This was a song that I wanted so much energy behind in terms of like the promotion, but nonetheless, this was a strong moment from a new artist that's coming out of Aristocrats Records, and has a fantastic voice and such a great songwriter too, very creative. And man, I enjoyed this moment because Underwater was also produced by Duni as well. This was another fantastic moment from Duni as a producer. At 38, we have J5, Skepta, and Rema. This came out very early in the year, but this is another great Rema moment that I really enjoyed this year. This definitely had my first half of the year undoubtedly as one of the favorite records at that time. But Rema definitely stole the show on this record. Great hook, decent verse from Skepta nonetheless, and J5 having a J5 moment nonetheless. At number 37, we have Oladapo with Alone, produced by P Prime. Oladapo, a fresh new artist on Sunny West Africa, I think. This was another single that previewed his EP, but my goodness, this song was so addictive. Nice easy bounce to it, beautiful chords across the song, and we're seeing a very, very contagious hook, man. And shout out to Oladapo, man. There was a moment in this song that I really liked where he was just charged up and it was like, what do you want? Kill a baby. Stuff. Number 36, ladies and gentlemen, I have Young L with the Yardman intro. This by far one of the hardest intros this year, man. By far, easily one of the hardest intros this year. Young L, one of the biggest, or should I say, one of the most authentic Afro dancehall artists that we do have. This man sounds like he came off of the streets of Kingston, Jamaica. This was such a strong moment off that EP and left a strong impression throughout the year. Next up at 35, we have Tiwa Savage and Brandy. This definitely earned Tiwa such a very, very amazing, wholesome moment for her career. Having Brandy, one of the finest R&B artists from the US, a legend, would I add. But this song was so wholesome, so beautiful to see. This song was aspirational for all the single ladies out here wanting to be cuffed up, and this was a nice anthem to see off of her Water and Gary EP, man. At number 34, fresh artist on the scene, Fave. She's having a wonderful run right now with a new song, Baby Redeem. But this one, before even Baby Redeem came into the picture, Fave won me over with Beautifully, man. This was a beautiful song, so relaxing, so soothing. It just makes you want to like waver side to side. You're singing along to it. Very wholesome atmosphere with the record. I definitely loved it. That was Fave with Beautifully at number 34. At number 33, one of my favorite artists, one of my favorite new artists, New Baby, Master Jam. This is a song that personally, because I've been in touch with the artist and I've been hearing the song throughout the different stages of itself. This song is so infectious because it's so hard. It has this very, very like nice One Day Cole influence to it that I just want to hear one day on this record. But New Baby is one of the finest Afro fusion artists that I could definitely hear coming out of the scene of Canada right now, and like he is definitely an artist to look out for, New Baby. But this song right here, this finest moment this year, Master Jam, man. Over Sabi the cute person. One shit don't want to know. One shit loading what I don't do. No be so but I told you. One chalingo. Ni Toronto. At 32, we're going back to Tenny once again with Maslado. Okay. Commando. This was a record that grew on me, man. It grew on me. After the video, I was won over, man. Like this definitely was a strong moment. Such a fun record. Nice bounce to it. I think P Prime was on this beat again. P Prime destroyed this year, but this was another brilliant moment from Tenny. Absolutely loved it. Go check out the video, man. So it gave us Missy Elliott energy. Very high energy moment. I definitely loved it. At 31, a sleeper off of Joe Boy's debut album, somewhere between Beauty and Magic, Runaway. Okay, Runaway is beautiful ballad. I won't say it's a ballad, but it just has very strong singer-songwriter type moment. Only very driven on the guitars, and a beautiful melody on this record. Very soothing, very relaxing. Definitely one of its finest writing moments too as well. Very clever. It was a breath of fresh air in the album. And I definitely gravitated to this one more than any other record on that album. At number 30, hey, this record, Duni showing out with rich auntie vibes. From the title already, the luxury that she professed on this record, it just made you feel like, you know what I mean? Like, you're dealing with a rich auntie, you know what I mean? Rich auntie vibes was definitely captured. Clever pen game, dropped a lot of Yoruba proverbs, you know what I mean? Very brilliant writer, producer as well on this record. And I absolutely enjoyed this moment, man. I've raised this record died too, man. This was a good moment for doing it off of Amazon, the EP. At number 29, this song. Super vulnerable. Alpha Ogini here. With an amazing moment with Ogranya, who has been relentless throughout the course of the year. This was a nice way to cap it off because this came very late into the year. And over here was Alpha opening up, man, to a lot of his traumas growing up, talking about how he's navigating life, living in Lagos. It's so easy to relate to, and Ogranya laced this record very well with his very soothing deliveries, all those 80s pop kind of deliveries, man. I love the texture of his voice. At number 28, I have Jules. Okay? Wicked. With Jules, Cardiata, Knox, and Samwise. This was an absolute bop for any birthday babes out there. This is an anthem for you right here, man. This is a song that has the signature Jules bounce to the production. The MCs on this just flowing effortlessly on this beat, and everyone is coming with a new flow. It's a buffet of flows, and the hook is it's so comical in a way because using like a voice sample saying it's your birthday, how? It's your birthday, B, and I liked it. It's such a fun record, and Wicked was definitely a dope moment out of his album.
All right, in the center.
Enter. It's your birthday,
ho. It's your birthday, B. It's your birthday, ho.
I don't wanna leave her cause she's
Wicked.
me at the dance floor and everything.
Wicked.
Warrior, don't be annoyed.
It's your birthday, ho.
Hey, oh my goodness, levels. Flavor, mastercraft on the production. Insane, man. Insane record. Ready for it? Hey, come on. See look. Flavor shining that wonderful beam out of the east, man. Bringing so much culture, bringing so much lights, festivities on his music. The layering on the production, not talk about his harmonizing on every single line. Flavor, man, amazing. Now who did there? Like, man, this was a monster record, and I absolutely loved it, man. Levels by Flavor, gem of a record. And number 26, another vulnerable moment from a rapper. This is Mohbad, okay? Now, not too often do you see Ibile rappers get into very vulnerable, very human moments. Not too often. They do sometimes. Like Reminisce has very vulnerable moments. But this was a strong moment from Mohbad. This felt like an open letter to everyone in his life that he has somewhat disappointed. He kind of confessed a lot about his transgressions. He talked about getting into fraud. Not only are the sentiments around the song powerful, but the fact that it's like an ode to juju elements. You know what I mean? You hear that guitar riff that is consistent throughout the record. I absolutely love the production on that point, and it got into a very juju pocket on the song too, and then transitioned back into those guitars again. The arrangement is absolutely brilliant. It came very late into the year last year and 2020, but it eased into 2021 for me, and it was an absolute gem off of his Lights EP, man. At number 25, I have Nima, okay, with Echo. Now, this is an artist that is based out here in Canada, but this was definitely one of the strongest Amapiano moments for me this year, to be honest with you, man. I rinsed this record so much. The production here is energetic, so crazy, and Nima does justice on the record, having such a strong, empowering voice on the song. Like, I definitely enjoyed it, man. This was such a strong moment from Nima. And if you haven't seen my review on the EP, definitely go check it out. Number 24, I have Dave and Budge. J5 production. Can't prosper. I'm feeling with lead. Hey. Bread. See, look. Dave. This was a dope moment for Afrobeats internationally because this was a strong moment that is into one of my favorite hip hop albums across the board, man. And Budge from Nige showing up here. Budge definitely. I was so happy for him to be on this kind of record, and he definitely bodied this song. Lazarus was the definitely favorite off of that album, and I absolutely love this song, man. Go check out my review on that record. At number 23, we have a remix, okay, DJ Tariko, Burna Boy, Prek, Nelson Tiavane. Yaba Buluku remix, man. This song was dangerous. This song was dangerous. So energetic. Burna Boy coming here, delivering, being as versatile as possible, and just Pokoli on the chants, man. It was insane. Hey, come on, come on. Hey. Three and number 22. Fresh new artist on the scene, breakout record. Came out of nowhere. Big Talk Boys. Picked up on TikTok. Okay, that's where I first came across this record. And it's such a fantastic tune, man. Had this very strong southern Afro pop like lamba to it, you know what I mean? Very PH. Very, very like Duncan Mighty influenced. I definitely love the flow that this guy has on the record. Very, very charismatic. I mean, just sounded very seasoned and professional on the record. I definitely enjoyed this moment. Big Talk Boys, one of the hardest records out this year, man. At number 21, I have Sinner by Adekunle Gold and Lucky Day. Adekunle Gold making a very strong claim for his transition into the pop scene. I even appreciated the song a lot more when I came to find out that he was writing the song from a point of David in the Bible singing about Bathsheba, and it was insanely brilliant how he actually cooked up this record and made a beautiful song out of it. And I absolutely loved it. Lucky Day wasn't doing too much on the record, I'm not gonna lie, but Adekunle Gold definitely stole the moment here. At number 20, I have a very recent song that's kind of blowing up steam currently in the country. This was off of Mayor Coon's Back in Office sophomore album. Victoni having such a strong moment, still in the moment on this record, and professing its claim, okay, to be on the mainstream level, to be a household name. This was a great moment for him to break out as an artist, and Mayor Kun using his platform very well, having a very charismatic verse as well. It was very good. At number 19, we have CK off of his Boyfriend EP with Bianca Costa. This is Skoin. Emo Afrobeats, thanks to CK, has honestly been my favorite thing that I've honestly channeled this year and the last couple years. Obviously, we know his amazing success with Love Quantity, but I think Boyfriend EP kind of like got pushed away or slept under the radar because Love Quantity has such a strong presence. But this particular song, Your Love Is Pain, I Inject It in My Veins, like bro, brilliant, soulful moment right now. Like the guitars are so strong, the Latin guitars very evident throughout the course of the project, but this particular moment had an artist she's from France, but I think she poured out a Spanish or a Portuguese verse right here. I don't know which language, you have to correct me for that. But this was such a soothing moment, a song that just makes you melt, man. The delivery from himself and Bianca Costa and how they weaved and transitioned with each other. At number 18, The Cavemen, okay? Came back with Love and High Life on the EP, but this song stood out for me. I absolutely love this song. This song leaned towards a pop-friendly kind of atmosphere. This was just another love-centered moment that just showed how much they were confessing the love for a partner, and I absolutely love this record. Stranger by The Cavemen at number 18. At number 17, one of the slept-on moments out of this year, man. Definitely one of the finest vector singing moments I've ever had. Of course, Good Girl LA did fantastic as an amazing vocalist that she is, but the duet and the back and forth that they have right here, the chemistry on this record, very strong, very strong. And the way Vector was also weaving between rapping and singing on the verses, it was such a brilliant record for so many reasons. Very infectious melody, you're singing along to it very well. Both of them showed out very well, man. And this song should have been bigger than it was, to be honest. But I absolutely enjoyed it. Early Momo by Vector and Good Girl LA at number 17. At number 16, I have Ozumba and by the way, Ricardo Banks having a strong moment with P Prime. This was a love song that was a little sprinkle of activism and commemorating the very dark moments that we had at Lekki. Ozumba, by the way, is literally a street that is adjacent or is leading towards the toll gates, and a very subtle diss to Berna or the government, because it was a double entendre. I think he wanted everybody to be confused with that line of giants for your pockets, you know what I mean? But it was a brilliant record nonetheless. At number 15, ladies and gentlemen, Ira Star from Ira Star EP. This song gets me every time I hear this intro. I just melt.
Cause my fairy tale is you, me baby, for life.
Come on, man. Honestly, at this point in time when we're just getting introduced to Ira, this song stole me and convinced me that she's an artist to pay attention to. And not only does she carry on the momentum from this EP and rolling it into an amazing debut album, this song just spoke too much to me. This was Don Jazzy in his element as well. This was Don Jazzy produced. Also, the song had a very brilliant interpolation of a song from Lidadri Sisters from the 70s. And it was such a nice ode to them. And I definitely enjoyed this record. Made me pay attention to Ira Star. The vocal dexterity was clear on this song. And I absolutely enjoyed it. At number 14, ladies and gentlemen, okay, K-Star Remix. K-Star made my list from last year, but the remix adding Davido on top, bro, this song just took it to another level for me, man. Took it to an absolutely crazy level. The chemistry with these two artists on the song are insane. They might even be carrying it into an EP this year, and I absolutely enjoyed it. From Davido's verse, bro, better rest. You won't try, you don't do, better rest. And number 13, a song that just dropped very recently.
Bad man looking good in the
Hey, Ruga is not here to play. This song just went on to prove that this guy is tried and tested. From a dancer perspective, Ruga is one of the finest dancer artists that we have in the scene right now, and I absolutely love what he did on this record, man. You know what I mean, bro? And I absolutely love this record, man. Go check out my review if you haven't. At number 12, Ira, yet again, but this time with Bloody Samaritan. This song, another record that you couldn't escape from throughout the year. Definitely built up momentum throughout the summer. Got us my favorite meme of the year with that uncle from Congo on TikTok. This song, plus the choir too, having a remix on this song, man. This was a song that definitely documented my year. Absolutely gem of a record, coming out with a moment. This was a smash hit for her, and I absolutely love the song. It was a brilliant, very aggressive, very audacious songwriting, telling her, you know what I mean, showing a very dark side, connecting to the theme of the album as well, 19 and Dangerous. You can never kill my vibes, you know what I mean, this bad bitch bad every day, like, you know what I mean, just throwing in all these like lines just to show her assertiveness, and I was so here for it, man. Fantastic record. And number 11, another big function record, was High, Adekule Gold and Davido. This was a dope ass moment for Adekule Gold, and yet another fine feature from Davido, having a strong year for features. A song that was tailor-made for the nightclubs, for the nightlife, from the Hennessy 250 references to Me I Just Want to Be High. Like that energy was so evident throughout the record. Made for a fantastic club banger. At number 10, I have Olamide with Rock. This song is so infectious. The very soothing delivery vocally from Bado. The melody is so simple and easy to flow with, man. And this was the song that made a moment for his US Kitty album, and this was definitely one to document in his career for sure. At number 9, Wizzy Baba. Okay, I took it to Anoti, produced by P Prime, backed up by Bella. This was a great addition to the Made in Lagos on the deluxe version. This was a song that came with that snippet. Once we saw that snippet, man, you know what I mean, this dance that really like birthed this moment for me. I've been holding on to this dance for so long because of this song, man. At number 8, guess who again? It's Wizkid with Justin Bieber, Anthems with Essence remix. Hear me out. Some people might protest. People have already protested because I told some of the guys on Twitter space about this one. Not only did Essence already have a good place in my heart, it was on my list last year. Now, I know it was so polarizing, the fact that Justin Bieber was being added to this song. Some of you even protested it as if, like, you can't just give it to the white man. People saw it in many Hotep perspectives, but I definitely didn't see it as that. I thought this was a great JB moment. JB didn't really come and be an outlier on the record. It definitely well blended into the atmosphere of the song, and it definitely like it just blended well into the song. Can even carry the moment on the chorus for it. And I was absolutely impressed with how he eased into the song, and definitely made it for one of my favorite listens this year. Go check out my review on this record. At number 7, I have Obong Jaya and Stars with one of the most fantastic records off of his Sweetness EP. It's one of the strongest EPs this year, but Gone Girl was a strong moment that kind of captured a lot of the 80s synths and theme that SARS was having on this album, on this EP with Obong Jaya. Obong Jaya being a very unique artist with a very unique vocal texture. Come on. At number 6, we have Wiz and Buju with Mood. Not only was this wholesome to witness, seeing 2 generations of Afropop artists, Buju having one of the most fantastic runs this year, and Wiz being on a fantastic run we made in Lagos. This was such a nice wholesome moment to see between both of them. Ended up having one of my favorite Wiz verses, primarily on the entire album at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Starboy, Big Daddy. Come on, man. I'm so excited anytime the song comes up, and especially whenever they perform the songs together. At number 5, we're drawing close, man. We're drawing close. At number 5, I Write Yet Again, but this time around with Love Matiti Crew now. CK with Beggy Beggy. One of my favorite duets out this year, man. The guitar strumming, kind of like speaking on heartbreak, you know what I mean? And then CK comes in and does the same thing, and they have a nice back and forth towards the end of the song. At number 4, we'll have SARS Yet Again, but this time around with Lil J. Other than people debating if you say Mona Lisa or Mona Lisa, or even some people even thinking it was Niola that sang the song. Regardless of all that confusion that people were having, this was still a fine moment for Afropop in general, because it kind of had a strong Amapiano moment too, and like the log drums, like the bounce for it. SARS evidently doing what he does best on that Amapiano, that Afro house wave. Lil J himself being as charismatic as he could be, having strong and powerful verses that feel fresh anytime they come up. And I absolutely love this record, man. At my number 3, speaking of breakouts and breakout hits, Bounce. Okay? Bounce by Ruga. If you haven't seen my review for that, go check it out. The moment I heard this song, I knew something was special about this. Very, very raw in that dancehall aesthetic that it has. Ruga making a claim to be one of the finest dancehall artists, and making a claim to be one of the finest breakout stars that we have coming out of the scene right now. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, at number 2, you already know. This was Feeling by Ladipo and Buju. Strong moment for hip-hop, strong moment for Ladipo, because this brought him to a crazy level. Buju eating up this hook, okay, eating the fuck out of this hook. Such a powerful song that came out with the visuals even connected, being a cross-generational record now. And this song was a moment that easily documented a lot of people's years, especially mine. This might definitely go down as a classic record. It was number 1 on Spotify's Africa list at the end of the year, which was crazy on its own. But Ladipo was so charismatic on each verse, Buju lacing up with a strong and powerful vocals, Andre vibes on the beat. That subtle Jesse Jags reference on the production too. I love this atmosphere so much. Just makes me feel good. Just makes you want to escape from everything that's bothering you in life. I just like the way I'm feeling. I know can't use your reggae for my blues and rhythm, okay? Come on. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sit down, relax. For my number one personally, this is a preferential list, don't forget. It's a preferential list. My number 1 song of the year. It just has to be Fireboy with Peru. Song of the year, ladies and gentlemen. My song of the year. And I would say this song, crack. Coca-Cola definitely put some formula inside this. It's crazy how infectious this song is. Just came off out of a freestyle, having him and Sheezy just having a subtle moment, but going on to be one of the biggest songs performing out of the year. We're very soon at the end of this week, we should be hearing a remix with Ed Sheeran. Like, this is insane. This is gonna take Fireboy to a different level, making a strong claim for taking Afrobeats international. But honestly, I absolutely love this record. So easy, little bit of One Day, strong. Not to be a little bit, a strong influence of One Day, especially on the second verse. And a little bit a subtle claim to Perusia as well, because even Peru on the para, I'm Lou, you know what I mean? Very brilliant record, very freestyly, doesn't have too much lamba, doesn't have too much meaning to it. That's the thing, it doesn't even have too much weight, too much substance to it in terms of the meaning or the concept of it. But the bounce alone is just so infectious, and so it's just so feel good and just makes you want to sing along and vibe to the song. It definitely absolutely documented my year for me, and I kept on finding my way back into the song every time, bro. Every time. Even if it's not just by me, the algorithm will remind me that this song exists. And I never even hated it. This song never annoyed me. No matter how prevalent it was, how you couldn't escape the song. I always enjoyed and sang along anytime the song came up. And this absolutely has to be my song of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was crazy. Going through 50 songs that I absolutely loved was difficult, but concluding that what my song of the year was, it was quite easy for me, especially towards the end of the year. It became very sure what my song of the year was, and it had to be Peru. Crazy times, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, I don't just make this list so that you people would tear me apart. Of course, you feel free to tear me apart in the comment section. It comes with the territory. Okay, I'm always here for it. I'm gonna have a space, okay, a Twitter space very soon where we can actually discuss our favorite songs of the year. So follow me on Twitter if you haven't, and of course let me know in the comment section what are your favorite songs out this year. What documenters? Give me your top 5, for instance. Give me your top 5 songs this year, and I'd love to see them. And thank you so much for watching. Look out for my albums list coming out shortly. I've been your boy Mana, aka Papi. I'll see you guys on the next one. Happy and compliments of the season, okay? I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Yo.
When you want me, I'm in West London, I'm jamming. When you want me, I just flew in from Miami. Peru, para, I'm loose. Even Peru, donde para.